From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Friday, June the 23rd, 2023. Several Jewish Israeli extremists detained by Israel's security agency, the Shin Bet, on suspicion of carrying out a premeditated act of violence in Palestinian towns this week have had their remand extended. The Times of Israel reports 4 suspects remain in custody on suspicion of setting Palestinian homes, cars, and fields on fire, including in the town of Turmasaya on Wednesday, where one Palestinian was shot and killed under unclear circumstances. The violence was in response to the Palestinian terror attack in Eli on Tuesday, in which 4 Jewish Israelis were murdered. The IDF strongly condemned the Jewish violence, as did Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. A Jewish Israeli woman tried to stab IDF soldiers in the West Bank, Judea and Samaria this afternoon. The IDF said an Israeli civilian tried to stab IDF soldiers at the Tapuach intersection. In response, the soldiers shot in her direction to remove the danger. The civilian received initial medical treatment at the point by IDF forces and was evacuated to a hospital for further treatment. The Times of Israel cited the IDF, saying the woman was dressed as a Palestinian, and there are reports that she may have been trying to end her own life. An investigation is ongoing. And also in the area, Israeli troops are searching for suspects after it said a report was received of a shooting near Avnei Chefetz. There were no casualties and no damage was caused. The IDF forces were searching the area and found backpacks. No further information was available at the time of the taping of this newscast. IDF Chief of Staff Lieutenant Colonel Herzi Halevi visited Bedouin and Druze communities in Israel today in honor of their observance of the Feast of the Sacrifice. The IDF said this important meeting takes place every year and emphasizes the fact that the IDF is the people's army, which combines servicemen from all corners of Israeli society. Legendary Tony Award-winning Jewish-American lyricist Sheldon Harnick has died. Harnick was best known, of course, for Fiddler on the Roof, his most iconic collaboration with Jewish composer the late Jerry Bach. Their work together also produced such shows as Fiorello, She Loves Me, and The Apple Tree. Harnick was interviewed here on JBS on L'Chaim by our late president, Rabbi Mark Golub, who spoke to Harnick about his career and what it meant to work on the quintessentially Jewish story that is Fiddler on the Roof.
To what extent was this in some way, and I without over-romanticizing it, I want to know whether the Jewish dimension of this in any way meant something to you guys?
Oh, absolutely. It meant something because we all had memories of growing up Jewish and what Judaism meant to us. And we didn't shy away from the fact that it was a Jewish show. On the other hand, what we found in Sholem Aleichem were universal values. And we thought, because this is going to Broadway, without downplaying its Jewishness, we do want to emphasize the universality of it.
There is something that you have done, Sheldon, that is immortal and part of the divine.
From your mouth to God's ears.
Absolutely, it is a great pleasure for me to have you at this table. Thank you.
Sheldon Harnick died today at his home in New York City. He was 99 years old. Well, Germany's largest Jewish educational and cultural complex since the Holocaust is set to open this weekend. The Piers Jewish campus has been under construction for the last 4 years. It opens in Berlin this Sunday. Its 8,000 square foot, 7-floor complex, open to all faiths, includes daycare centers, schools, art and music studios, a movie theater, a sports hall, and a kosher deli. Chairman of the Jewish Campus Foundation and leader of the local Chabad community of Berlin, Rabbi Yehuda Teichtel, who envisioned and led the project, told the Associated Press, "We're changing the narrative about Jews in Germany. This place," he said, "is about creating dialogue, about overcoming prejudice and ignorance." Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Friday, June the 23rd. Live Shabbat services are coming up at 6 o'clock from New York City's Central Synagogue, followed by Shabbat services from the Hampton Synagogue. At 8:30, it's Muzika with Sagiv Cohen. At 9, it's the film Starting Over Again, first-hand accounts of Jews leaving Egypt from the time Israel became a state. At 10, Abigail Pogrebin speaks to Abi Dauber Sterne about her book Stories for the Sake of Argument. At 10:30, it's a replay of the Hampton Synagogue services, followed by a replay from Central. And coming up next, it's a look at this week's Torah Portion. And that's the JBS News Update for Friday, June the 23rd, 2023. I'm Teisha Bader. Stay healthy, stay well, and Shabbat Shalom.